So I'm Conor Barron. I'm the Digital Marketing and CRM Manager in AnPost Retail. So I'm working in the retail division of AnPost, the Irish National Postal Service. We've kind of recently launched AnPost Money, which is our kind of financial services offering. And I suppose before that I spent 7 years working in Borgash Energy, which was fantastic, really brilliant Irish brand. And before that I spent a year in Board BS, so I've been really lucky to work in some of the best and biggest brands in Ireland. I got really lucky in terms of the course that I did. It was Marketing, Innovation and Technology in DCU, Mint. We were the first year of the course. It was fantastic because it blended the traditional marketing subjects with things like biotech, physics and web design. So really focused on kind of providing that ability to talk to the tech folks and the marketing folks and kind of be the link between. So that was a really great start in terms of a career in digital. Then went on and studied Masters in E-commerce again in DCU, so that was my kind of educational route in. In my role I have to be across everything, I think is the short answer. They talk about the T-shaped skills, kind of a shallow base across a lot, and we're seeing that with you now have to know about things like radio. Digital audio is a massively growing channel. Outdoor, things that wouldn't have been traditionally digital are now kind of merging into the digital sphere. And then obviously there's the kind of traditional digital elements. So we kind of talk about kind of 4 areas. So we've got creative, media, data and platforms would be how we'd kind of look at it. So they're the kind of 4 big areas. Well, some people would ask me what I do in general. It's very much a massive team effort. We work very closely. Obviously we are our own internal retail marketing team. Then we work very closely with our agency partners and other partners around the business, I suppose. So, our IT folks, our central digital team who look after our websites, and it's very much a team effort in terms of kind of world-class digital marketing at the moment. We have a really great relationship with our media and our creative agencies, and I suppose it is very much that kind of collaborative approach, and we look for them to push us and we try and push them. So I suppose being able to understand what they're talking about, being able to bring new thoughts and ideas to the table is really, really important. I mean, digital is a massive part of everything that we do, but we talk about digital being baked in, not bolted on, which I think is really, really important. If you take something like our credit card, for example, which is just one bonkers credit card of the year, that's a digital-only product. You have to sign up for it online. So digital obviously has been hugely important for driving sales of that. There's been some absolutely fantastic ones. Some I've been kind of very heavily involved in. The likes of the AnPost rebrand, which is a couple of years ago now, and then some I've been kind of maybe less involved in. But the likes of our recent sustainability campaign has been phenomenally successful. It's been led out by our brand team, and kind of focusing on the idea that living leaves a mark, and it's really, really important from an AnPost point of view. One of the big things, our entry into financial services has been a massive digital transformation for us, and kind of a very traditional brand, but we're kind of measuring ourselves against the fintechs, and have kind of recently launched an updated app, and one of the key features of that is AnPost Money Mate, which is a kids account for 7 to 15-year-olds. I suppose 7 to 15-year-olds are traditionally quite a hard cohort to reach, particularly when they don't have a brand association with AnPost. They may not have posted a letter. And so we looked around and said, where are they spending their time? And one of the areas they're spending a huge amount of time is gaming. And so, we looked around at who's doing gaming very well, and the Legion are a fantastic Irish collective. They have community at their core, which is one of the things that we have at our core. We're very particular about who we work with, so we were very comfortable working with them. And it allowed us to enter the gaming space, which is growing exponentially. Gaming is actually bigger worldwide than the North American sports market and the entire movie industry worldwide. It's one of the areas that I see massive growth in 2022 and 2023 in. Big areas of focus are around kind of attention. So attention as a metric, you can have the best campaign in the world, but if nobody's paying any attention to it, you're not gonna land your message. So that's a big area that we see growing. Then there are some areas that are potentially challenging in terms of data and regulation. So that we've seen some kind of interesting rulings in the last couple of weeks. So there'll be kind of big focus about that and ensuring that we continue to maintain the highest standards in terms of data protection in everything that we do from a digital marketing point of view. So they're the two big areas I'd say. And then obviously gaming as well in terms of as a massive growth area.